Hey everyone, Two Angry Frogs here with Bamboozled, our time-running marksmanship hunter. And right away, I will say that the time-running game mode is fantastic. After 2 days on the public test realm, I'm very much looking forward to this mode going live in what we believe to be sometime in late May to mid-June based on the development roadmap. So what is Pandemonium time running? Well, we're going to give you a first look at this game mode and a lot of information on how it works. From the massive 300% plus experience boost and upgrading gear to maximum Season 4 item level to the torrent of mounts and transmogs available. But before we begin, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you always know what we're up to next. And thank you to everyone for your support. Now, let's get into it. When time running goes live, a splash screen will pop up when you log in, enabling you to create a time running character. All realms will be available, so you can create your time-running character on the same realms you play on. This is a good option to take since any time-running characters will transfer over to retail as standard characters when the event ends. When you first enter with your time-running character, you'll begin at the Timeless Shore where you meet with Eternus, who gets your journey started. Eternus gives you a quest to collect the empty spool of temporal threads by defeating Arkelos. Further quests have you collect Threads of Time and a Chrono Badge, which Momentous uses to craft your Cloak of Infinite Potential. The Cloak of Infinite Potential is the key piece of gear to upgrade stats and your experience boost, and is upgraded just through normal play. You will randomly collect temporal threads as you defeat enemies, complete quests, and so on, and these are auto-applied to your cloak when you loot the enemy. As you can see, at level 60, my cloak provided a good amount of stat increases and an 81% experience boost increase. After completing the quest and getting your cloak, Eternus offers for you to leave the Timeless Shore to start your journey through Pandaria. Once in Pandaria, you'll complete a short series of quest lines in the Jade Forest, which will introduce you to the primary mechanics of time running. The first two mechanics include Extract Gem and Unraveling Sands. The quest will teach you how to insert gems into your gear, how to extract gems from your gear using Extract Gem, and how to scrap unused gear for bronze currency using Unraveling Sands. Another questline in Podon Village leads you to Moritari, who opens a portal to Lord Andastraz, the dragon riding trader. You can opt to skip this questline, which then only requires you to enter the portal, talk to Lord Andastraz, and then portal back to Moritari. Turning in this quest gives you access to dragon riding. The last major quest line will take you to the Infinite Bazaar. The bazaar is where you spend your bronze for all of the mounts, transmogs, gems, toys, and so on. And there are a lot of them. You can find the Infinite Bazaar in every Pandaria zone, and each one is marked on your world map with a special Infinite Bazaar icon. From this point forward, everything you do is primarily the normal quest lines, dungeons, scenarios, and raids across Pandaria. One of the first things you may notice as you begin your journey is that there really is no gold currency involved. There is no need for it in time running. Everything you purchase will be done with bronze, which is collected from pretty much everything you do in time running. The other thing you will notice is that everything awards cache of infinite treasure. These can contain bronze, gems, gear, and other items that you use exclusively in time running. So let's look at all the new ways to gear and improve your character and some really cool things that you will only find in time running. So gear itself is pretty much the same all the way through leveling, just increasing in stats and item level. There are no neck, rings, or trinkets in time running. So how do we gain player power? The first major power mechanic is sockets. Gear sockets come in 4 different types and are allocated to specific gear slots. The first, meta gems, are equipped in the Helm gear slot. These are basically a trinket type ability on a 3-minute cooldown, and you can equip 1 meta gem. The next, cogwheel gems, are equipped in the feet gear slot. Almost all cogwheel gems are movement based and are based on abilities from every class, such as Sprint from Rogue and Blink for Mage. Yes, you can use Rogue Sprint as a priest or the Death Knight's Death Advance as a warlock. There is one ability found that is not movement-based, and that is the Rogue Vanish ability. You can only equip 1 cogwheel gem. Tinker gems are equipped in the shoulder, wrist, hands, and waist gear slots, and provide on-equip abilities for damage, healing, and damage reduction, and there are a ton of these. Finally, stat gems are equipped in the chest and legs gear slots. These come in 3 levels, and you combine 3 of each level to get a gem of the next higher level. So for example, you combine 3 chip gems to create a flawed, and 3 flawed to create the highest level gem of that stat type. Each higher level provides more of the specific stat. These include every character stat from Armor and Leech to Haste and Critical Strike. You will start with gear that has a single socket for Tinker and Stat gems, and as you level and get better gear, more sockets are in the gear. For example, at level 60, all of my gear had 3 slots for either Stat or Tinker gems, so I could equip 6 Stat gems and 12 Tinker gems. All gem types can also be purchased from Lita Marutu at the Infinite Bazaar. Gems that are purchased are guaranteed to be a gem that you do not possess. So even though bags are going to be an incredible mess, hold on to all those gems. The second major power mechanic is gear upgrades. You can actually upgrade your time running character's gear all the way to 556 item level. Gear upgrades work just like they do in Dragonflight, but as opposed to using crests and flight stones for upgrades, you use bronze. There are a few restrictions to be aware of. First, you must be at a specific character level to upgrade gear to certain item levels. For example, I need to be level 61 to upgrade my chest to item level 220. Second, as your gear gets higher item level, you are required to upgrade all gear together. So to upgrade my weapon to item level 374, all of my gear must be at least item level 360. And finally, we have time running scrolls. These scrolls provide your character with additional power and are also used for buffs when running raids and dungeons. All the expected buffs are available in scroll form, such as Warrior Battle Shout and Druid Mark of the Wild. In addition to scroll buffs, everyone will have access to scrolls for summoning portals, resurrection, dispels, and drums for lust. So once we reach level 70 on our time running character, then what? Time running will also be fantastic for leveling alts, since your alt time running characters will begin with all of the cloak threads collected on your first character. So alts will start with all of the experience bonuses you have collected, and leveling will become incredibly fast. In addition, all dungeons, raids, scenarios, and daily quests will be unlocked, and these open as you level. There are a large number of these, providing a lot of repeatable content at endgame. So when it comes to rewards, time running brings an enormous amount of purchasable mounts, toys, transmogs, gear upgrades, and other items. Transmogs include collections from LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic Pandaria raids. There are also collections from Pandaria dungeons and world content. In addition, class apparel can be purchased once you complete the Isle of Thunder and Landfall meta achievements. Mounts can be purchased from Hemet Nessingwary the 17th. There are way too many Hemets at this point, and these include the Cloud Serpent mounts. In addition to all of the rewards, time running brings over 100 new achievements related to questing, scenarios, dungeons, and more. One of the first achievements you will complete is when reaching level 20, and this rewards the August Phoenix mount. So with all of the mounts, transmogs, and so on, how in the world are we going to collect all of this bronze? From looking at everything available, we will need north of 450,000 bronze for all mounts, 300,000 bronze for all toys, and 600,000 bronze for all transmogs. Over 1.3 million bronze, and this does not include any gear upgrades. To collect bronze, there are daily quests from all of the major Pandaria factions, including the Klaxi, Shadowpan, Timeless Isles, and so on. There are also dailies for completing a dungeon, LFR raid wing, and scenario. Hunting rare enemies will also be profitable. But will there be more activities coming? Given that this will be a time-limited event, I would anticipate there will be more ways to collect bronze, or bronze increases in what we are rewarded. But we'll have to wait to get to the official release of time running to find out. So lots of dailies, rare hunting, and generally just logging in to complete content. There will undoubtedly be players unhappy with this, but I am all for it. Dragonflight, in my opinion, has been missing that pool to get me to log in daily. I honestly like things in the past, like collecting Azurite for the Heart of Azeroth, and things that just required relaxed gameplay to continue to build my character's power. So that is what we know so far in the 2 days of playing on the public test realm. As I said right up front, I really enjoyed this mode and think it's going to be a great way to play older content in a new way. Pandaria being one of my favorite expansions doesn't hurt it either. Although there are achievements tied to the reputations, The only limitation to buying items is having the bronze, and that I believe will be the big sticking point. After leveling to 60, I had only collected about 20,000 bronze, so to really take advantage of this mode, we will need more ways to collect bronze or more bronze rewarded for the activities that are available. So what do you think? Is this a mode that looks fun for you, or is this more of a slog fest in your opinion? Let us know what you think down below in the comments, and everyone, have a great day.